Our Israel-Middle East discussion continues now with Israel's ambassador to the United Nations, Danon. Danny, massive fighting between Syria and Hezbollah erupted along the Lebanese border on Monday when the HTS government accused Hezbollah terrorists of killing Syrian soldiers. And at the same time, Israel continues to strike Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon. So is the conflict broadening and intensifying? What's happening on the northern front?
Well, we have an agreement with Lebanon, and we respect the Lebanese government, we respect the Lebanese people, and they have to be very strong confronting Hezbollah. I think what we are seeing recently is a process in the right direction, that they are pushing Hezbollah, but they should continue to do that. We will not allow Hezbollah to regroup and get closer to our border. We hope that the Lebanese military will be more effective, will do whatever is necessary to push Hezbollah away from our border. But once we see a threat, we take actions. That's our policy.
Egypt banned the Muslim Brotherhood. Should Lebanon ban Hezbollah?
It's a little bit more difficult because Hezbollah, they are so involved with the government, unfortunately, in Lebanon. But absolutely, they should push them away from the government. They should push them away from wherever they can influence the military in Lebanon, because they bring chaos to the Lebanese people. And I'm telling to the Lebanese people, we have no dispute with Lebanon. We want to normalize relations with Lebanon in the future, the same way we did with Egypt, with Jordan, UAE, Morocco, Bahrain. We hope Lebanon will be on that list. But for that to happen, they have to be stronger against Hezbollah.
On the issue of Syria, we see this HTS government by al-Jilani, and recently there was this massacre of Alawites, other minorities, including Christians, who got caught in the crossfire there in western Syria. And then recently he just signed a new constitution which imposes Sharia law on the country. And while this is happening in Brussels, we've got the EU, Germany, Switzerland, and even Britain coming together to give money to the al-Jilani government, maybe about 450 million US dollars worth.
I think they have to take it slower. They have to slow down. They have to look at the actions of the regime, not the speeches. They have to make sure that the minorities have rights in Syria. We have a commitment to the minorities, for the Druze, for the Kurds. We are trying to do our best to support humanitarian efforts inside Syria. But I'm calling to the international community, be careful. Be careful with this regime. We have seen what they've done in the past. We have seen what they are doing today. So before you lift sanctions or you support them, make sure that they are not using it for the wrong purposes.
And President Trump knows all too well the dangers that Israel faces. $7.4 billion in military sales that he's promised to Israel. New sheriff in town makes a big difference over the Biden administration, don't you think?
We appreciate the support. We appreciate the alliance. We are fighting the war of the American people. It is important to understand. We are fighting evil. Those radicals, they are coming against us because we are in the front line, but they don't support the U.S. They call for the destruction of the U.S. We happen to be first in line, so we are the one pushing back, but they are coming against the U.S. We will continue to do that, and we have a strong alliance with the U.S. We share the same values, the same principles, and the same enemies. So we are together in this fight.
One of our closest allies, not only in the Middle East, but in the world. And finally, on that, you have a lot of support from evangelical Christians in this country and others from the country as a whole. And many of them, Catholics, Protestants, want to travel to Israel for Easter pilgrimage. Is it safe for them?
It is safe. When you watch the news and you see that we are resuming our efforts to release the hostages in Gaza, you feel that it's a war zone, but it's not. When you land in the airport in Tel Aviv, it's beautiful, it's a great place to be, and I encourage our friends to come and visit us, and I want to thank them for praying for us. We will prevail. We are paying a heavy price. It's a long war, but at the end of the day, we will prevail.
Well, Mr. Ambassador, thank you for joining us here today at CBN, for us joining us on this program. May God bless you and God bless Israel.
Thank you. God bless you, Gary.